global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. The die is cast. The likes of Governor Tensi0n-Wike and Atiku Abubakar have declared their stand. Honestly, I do not know how this will go by, but whatever the case is, we're going to keep you updated as it keeps coming up. Some few days ago, Governor Tensi0n-Wike invited Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, who happened to be the prodigy of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is presently the APC flag bearer. And Atiku Abubakar is the PDP flag bearer, even though Governor Tensi0n-Wike is a PDP member. It looks like a lot of shady things are really going on that is not pleasing. Well, as it is right now, Wike have actually said a lot of things about what would have happened if Osinbajo had been a flag bearer of APC. It didn't stop there. There's a fire back from Atiku telling him and BoT, the Board of Trustees of PDP, what to do to sideline Governor Tensi0n-Wike. Let's go straight to the news and conclude it very quickly. According to the news, Governor Tensi0n-Wike of Rivers State has told Atiku Abubakar, the People's Democratic Party, that if all Progressive Congress APC had picked Vice President Yemi Osinbajo as its presidential candidate, he would have declared support for vice presidential candidates after he lost out in PDP primaries. A source close to the meeting, which held at Namadi Sambo's residence in Abuja, told the reporters that Wike gave Atiku some condition if they must work together, and he made it clear that if Atiku doesn't meet the conditions, he might be forced to work with Peter Obi. The Rivers government, however, stressed that working for or with Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is not an option. The meeting was subsequently adjourned to allow Atiku go home to process the demands made by Wike before returning to negotiation table. According to the source, the first thing Wike told Atiku is that he's lucky APC didn't pick Osinbajo. Otherwise, he would have declared for Osinbajo and APC, even if Osinbajo didn't ask for it. He said he cannot join Asiwaju Bola Tinubu because of the Muslim ticket, the source said. The source also said that Wike accused Atiku of undermining him for Governor Ifeanyi, who was the one who convened a meeting of all governors, all southern governors, APC, PDP, right in Delta State, where they all agreed that power must return to South. It's the same Okowa that Atiku picked as running mate, and he didn't remember they all agreed power must return to South, the source said. Wike then told Atiku he has some level of control over 5 PDP governors and that it will be deciding factor for who will win come 2023 between Atiku and Tinubu. Wike also told Atiku that he spent over $60 million on Atiku between 2018 until very recently, that he didn't deserve the treatment Atiku meted to him. Wike said he would not have taken the VP slot given his character and personality, but at least he should have been given the offer of first refusal. Wike went on to hint on how prepared he is to attack and demolish the Muslim ticket of APC, adding that he's in the position of official and classified documents indicting Shetima over Chibok girls and his involvement with Boko Haram sect, adding that he was a minister then and could account for what happened then. According to the source, the meeting was a good meeting that has opened doors for further negotiation between the two leaders, as facilitated by Senator Bukola Saraki and others. This is coming from Chronicles. I guess they have internal source read. This is coming from Chronicles newspaper. But let's find out what wrong. Well, according to the news, the dust over the presidential primary of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the choice of Delta State Governor Ifeanyi as running mate by its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar has not settled. Although Atiku and Rivers State Governor Tensi0n-Wike met yesterday in Abuja at the insistence of party's Board of Trustees (BoT), led by Senator Walid Jibrin, a source said it did not lead to a truce. The meeting was hosted by former Information and Culture Minister Professor Jerry Garner at his residence. At a meeting with BoT members on Wednesday, Atiku boasted that PDP can win next year's election without many votes from Rivers State. He said there was no cause for alarm if Wike did not want to fall in line with him. Exuding confidence, Atiku recalled that President Muhammadu Buhari, who did not win Rivers, relied on votes from Lagos, Kano, and other strategic states to win the 2019 presidential poll. He also said PDP ran into crisis because Wike allegedly monetized the presidential primaries. Wike, who was privy to what transpired at BoT meeting, was said to have complained about Atiku's recent comments about him. A source said Wike joined issues with Atiku over his recent comment or pronouncement at the second meeting. He asked Atiku some questions. Did I tell you I want to be the next Minister of Petroleum Resources? Have I not been a minister before? Do you control Lagos and Kano like President Muhammadu Buhari if you don't need rivers? Have I asked you for anything to support you? Have I asked for anything to support you? Atiku responded with no to most of the questions. Throughout the meeting, Wike was busy with posters to clear some impressions from Atiku's camp in public space. Obviously, he was uncomfortable with some comments attributed to Atiku and some of his strategies. But the presidential candidate of PDP was calm in managing the situation. Sources said Atiku and Wike had been engaged in hide-and-seek game over a session with BoT. That's Board of Trustees of PDP now. However, the BoT, which is Board of Trustees members, have consistently pleaded with Atiku to reconsider with the Rivers governor. Although the two leaders got invitation letters from the board, none of them was interested in a face-to-face meeting before yesterday. Atiku and Wike had resorted to bitter verbal exchange and name-calling in the media in the past few weeks. Their loyalists has also picked their tent, with two camps launching media attacks against each other, leading to a gradual alienation of Wike and his loyalists by the PDP leadership. The BoT has waded in on Wednesday with the setting up of a reconciliation committee headed by Senator Jibrin. It was also gathered that party stakeholders will empanel another committee comprising committees from Atiku and Wike's camp to resolve the differences. It was also learned that whatever the committee agreed upon will be tabled before a larger meeting of stakeholders for approval and ratification. One takeaway from the meeting is that supporters of Atiku and Wike must stop the media war with immediate effect, a party source said. Worried by a protracted rift, BoT members had on Wednesday met with Atiku in Abuja behind closed doors. A member of BoT said, when the two leaders did not honor our invitation, we decided to meet with Atiku on Wednesday. We will still have an audience with Governor Wike. Our main interest is to keep the party united before we start the campaign. Atiku took some time to explain to us he is ready to work with all party leaders and governors to enable PDP to regain power in 2023. He said, since 1993, he has desired to contest and win the nation's presidency. 1993, long. Rest a little. Let's continue with the news. He says since 1993, he has desired to contest and win the nation's presidency without bitterness. He then asked, how can a first-time presidential aspirant be so bitter for losing the primary? What of President Muhammadu Buhari, who contested 4 times for the office? Atiku also revisited the primary and how it was heavily monetized by Wike, but he said he still won. He urged the BoT members to prevail on Wike to work with him and others for the success of the party. He also said otherwise he will go ahead with the campaign without Wike and his team. He also said there are other PDP leaders from Rivers State who have bought into his candidacy, including Abiye Sikibo, ex-deputy speaker of the House of Representatives, Austin Opara, Senator Lee Mabe, and others. The source quoted Atiku as telling the BoT members that if Wike does not want to fall in line, we will go ahead with our campaign. One man alone does not make a state. Some PDP elders in the state are solidly with us. He added, after all, President Muhammadu Buhari won the presidential election without many votes from Rivers State. He lost Rivers and still became the nation's president after winning in Lagos and Kano, another strategic state. The BoT members, however, pleaded with Atiku to allow more interventions to have a united campaign structure for the party's victory. But Wike flew into Abuja yesterday afternoon to hold a session with his strategists before storming Ghana's residency. But a source close to Wike's camp said it was wrong to have accused Wike of monetizing the presidential primary of the party. He added that we got to know all that transpired between Atiku and BoT members. Wike did not monetize the PDP primary. Maybe the Atiku group did. We don't know what he's talking about. The source said Wike rallied his friends, supporters, and associates to boost the campaign of PDP's candidates with a huge amount in 2019. Wike has been a party man and he has never wavered in his commitment to his party's return to power in 2023. If he did it for Atiku in 2019, he will do the same this time around. Wow, this is bitterness at its full cost. Let's put in the comment section what to take. Have a